What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. So today we're going to be talking about chronographs. Now, chronographs are some of the most sought after watches because the complication is really fun, really unique. You can time something all while keeping time. Oh my god, it's just a stopwatch. But all jokes aside, I've made a list of the top 10 chronographs of all time, and stick around because we have a lot of watches to go over. It's 3:30 p.m. Let's get down to business. Okay, so the first chronograph on my list has to be the Omega Speedmaster Professional. Originally introduced in 1957 as a racing chronograph, it later became very famous racing to the moon during the 1969 Apollo 11 mission. And guys, I'm no NASA researcher, but according to my research, put on my nerd glasses, just kidding, I'm already wearing them. This watch is still qualified by NASA for space flight. Very cool. Okay, so the next chronograph on my list is also an Omega, but it's not a Speedmaster, it's an Omega Seamaster 321. That's right, this Seamaster chronograph is absolutely gorgeous, probably one of the most elegant watches on this list. Now guys, this is not a big watch, only 35 millimeters and 12.5 millimeters thick. I think it wears very nicely. Unfortunately, I don't have one in my collection right now, but I would absolutely love to get one. And of course, this Omega Seamaster is rocking the Speedmaster's Omega 321 caliber movement, a beautiful movement. And as I said, it's sporty but elegant, and yeah, one of my favorites on the list for sure. All right, so the next watch on the list is not an Omega, don't worry, it's a Rolex, and you guys already knew I would pick this, a Rolex Daytona 6263 in yellow gold. Now guys, you probably know if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, I'm not a huge modern Daytona fan, but the older ones, love it. So these later 70s 6263s in yellow gold, really sporty, kind of, I don't know. I guess you could say it's flashy, right? Because it's solid yellow gold. But at 37 millimeters, it's still absolutely wearable every day. It's hand wind, it's badass, it's retro cool, and it's solid gold, and it's a chronograph. So guys, let me know in the comment section below which one is your favorite Daytona. Because again, I'm not a big fan of the current ones. All right, the next chronograph on my list is the Breitling Navitimer 806, the first Navitimer ever. Now guys, the Breitling Navitimer 806 came out around 1952, and it was rocking a Valjoux 72 movement. You're getting a very busy dial, you're getting a pilot slide rule, but still, it's a beautiful watch, very functional, not very waterproof, as I found out with my Navitimer. Oops. All right, next chronograph on the list is one that's probably, I would say this is on my grail list, the Heuer Carrera 1158CH. Now guys, this is not a tag Heuer Carrera, this is a Heuer Carrera, and there is a huge difference. Now guys, there's a ton of reasons why this Heuer Carrera 1158 is so cool, but one of the reasons is because it's rocking one of Heuer's first ever automatic chronograph movement that's in-house. Now you'd often see this 11 karat gold chronograph on the wrists of a ton of F1 drivers because around the time of its release, Heuer actually had a relationship with Ferrari's racing team. So from what I could find online, from 1971 to 1979, Heuer had that partnership with Ferrari, so yeah, you could see a ton of their drivers rocking this awesome chronograph. I'm not wearing the Heuer 1158 right now. I'm wearing a Seiko 6139 chronograph, which is going to be on the list a little bit later. Stay tuned. I wish I was wearing that Heuer Carrera. But all in all, I love the yellow gold cushion case. I love the big dual registers, just a gorgeous watch. And again, the racing lineage, yeah, makes you upset that Tag Heuer absolutely ruined the company. And on to another Heuer, that's right, the Heuer Octavia Big Sub. Now these Big Subs came out in 1962, and again, they had enormous sub dials, so these are affectionately called the Heuer Big Subs. Now these Big Subs came in dual register and triple register variations, and they were powered by a couple different Valjoux movements. I love the sharp hands, I love the legibility. Again, just a total bummer that Tag Heuer is trying to bring back the Heuer Octavia, but they call it an isograph, and it has nothing to do with the original Heuer Octavias. I don't know what Tag Heuer is doing. I'll never know what Tag Heuer is doing. Yeah, they've ruined the company. For the second time today, I've said that, and I'll keep saying it. Tag Heuer has ruined the company. All right, so the next chronograph on the list is one of the more impressive watches by today's standards because it's actually a modern watch. It's the Longa Datagraph Perpetual Tourbillon Salmon Dial White Gold Case. Gorgeous. Now you guys get very upset when I don't list Longa in my videos, so I'm gonna put this one on the list because again, it's probably one of my favorite Longas. Now this iteration of the Datagraph was released early 2019. Again, salmon dial, white gold case and indexes, 41.5 millimeters around by 14.6 millimeters thick, so this is one thick boy, kind of like me. And then put a label that says USDA prime beef. Now guys, I'm gonna have to look into my notes to tell you everything that this watch does. It's powered by Longa's hand-wind 59 jewel caliber L952.2, and the functions are hours, minutes, seconds, obviously, but it's a flyback chronograph. It's got a tourbillon, power reserve indicator, perpetual calendar with displays for the large date, moon phase, month, day, and date. It's a very expensive watch. All right, next up on the list of chronographs is the Seiko 6139 Speed Timer, one of my favorites on the list, and I own one. Actually, I own 3 of the watches on today's list. Not to brag, but this is my favorite. Now guys, this watch was released around 1969, making this watch the first production automatic chronograph, something watch enthusiasts argue about 24/7, but when you look at the dates, the Seiko 6139 was the first automatic chronograph brought to market. Also, this is the first automatic chronograph worn in space by Colonel William Pogue, and that's why some of the yellow dial versions of this watch are known as the Pogue. Now this is actually kind of a simple chronograph. It's got a 30-minute subdial, an internal rotating bezel, and a day-date complication. Kind of simple. I'm a simple man. There's nothing wrong with that. I drink Fiji water. I wake up in the morning and put my pants on one leg at a time, just like the rest of yous. The difference is that I'm just growing a gorgeous beard that most of you can't do because you didn't eat your vegetables as a kid. I don't know. Why you gotta make fun of me for having a beard, man? And a toupee, okay? All the hair went from up here down here. It's not my problem. I don't even know if this is gonna be in the episode. I'm just venting to my editor right now, and he's probably worried about me, actually.
Nope.
You know, I don't know what's wrong with me. Do you guys remember 3D Doritos? But yeah, as I was saying, out of the 3 chronographs I own on the list today, this has got to be my favorite. Really sporty, really easily wearable daily. It's durable, but again, finding one in good working condition with all original parts, it's going to cost a pretty penny and it's going to take a lot of research. Now, I made an episode, everything you need to know about the Seiko 6139. Click up here to watch it. And I've also made an episode comparing this Seiko to my Omega Speedmaster Professional 25th anniversary moon watch, and I'll leave a link down below, and I might do another pop-up thing up here. But yeah, really cool watch, one of my favorites, and just a really fun, sporty chronograph. And it's been to space. Okie dokie, now we're gonna keep this space thing going because the next chronograph on the list is also out of this world, and it's a Bulova Lunar Pilot. Now I believe this Lunar Pilot was worn in 1971 on the Apollo 15 mission, and yeah, again, a really cool chronograph. It is quartz though. Now this has got a really robust stainless steel 45mm case, so again, kind of a big boy. It's got a sapphire crystal, very simple, very legible. Now this is one watch that I keep seeing and I keep thinking, man, I need to add this to my collection, especially because, you know, I have the Seiko 6139, I have the Omega Speedmaster Professional Moon Watch. Why not get the Bulova Lunar Pilot? The fact that you can get a watch like this with all its really cool history for well under $500 brand new, kind of ridiculous. And last but not least, a watch that is absolutely on my grail list. I've mentioned it on this channel multiple times. I don't own one, though I would absolutely love to own one. The Cartier Monopiece. I'm gonna say it wrong, but it's the Mono Pusher. It's the single push Cartier chronograph, and it is gorgeous. Monopiece. 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 Bonjour, monopiece. Bonsoir, monopiece. I don't know what I'm saying. I've gone crazy. Speaking of crazy, guys, this is absolutely one of the craziest Cartiers ever put out. It's got a lot of work put into the movement. Even F. Pigeon helped out with the movement, among other people. That's right, multiple watchmakers, like really high-end dudes, were working on this movement, and it is gorgeous. And it's a gorgeous movement, really impressive movement. People often overlook this watch because it's Cartier and people think, oh, Cartier is just a fashion company. Wrong. But again, leave it to Cartier to make such a beautiful watch that people look at it and kind of gloss over the fact that some really heavy hitters worked on this really ridiculous movement. And it's a single push chronograph, which is just incredibly unique in and of itself. So again, an absolute grail on my list. I love this watch. Yeah, someday I'll get one. All right, guys, and there you have it, the top 10 chronographs of all time as I see it. But please, let me hear from you. Leave me a comment. Which chronographs on the list do you have? Which ones would you like? And which ones would you add to your list of the top 10 chronographs of all time? I want to hear from you. Leave me that comment. And guys, if you enjoyed this episode and you want to go above and beyond and help the channel out, well then go ahead, click the link in the description below and check out the Time Teller shop. I got watches, a lot of chronographs, watch straps, watch winders, watch toolkits even. It's truly the one-stop shop for the watch collector like you. So click that link. You keep me here on YouTube and I'll love you for it. And if you're new here, if this is your first time joining us here at the Time Teller channel, then I want to say thank you so much for stopping by, but let's make this a little bit more official. Go ahead, click that subscribe button. It takes 1 second and helps me out a ton. And while you're at it, go ahead and click that little bell icon so YouTube notifies you when I upload. I upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a live stream Q&A every Saturday. This is just non-stop here, guys, so please, YouTube does a really bad job notifying my subscribers when I upload, so click that bell icon and you will not miss out on another episode. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this with other watch enthusiasts, everybody that you think would enjoy this, link them to this video, and yeah, I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Real quick, if you enjoyed this episode, then do not worry, the fun doesn't need to stop here. Check out these recommended episodes that are gonna be popping up on the screen anytime now. Also, take a moment, check out my brand new channel, the Time Away channel. It's where I talk about everything outside of the watch world, some of my other collections, some of my other hobbies. And if you're not interested in any of that, don't worry, just stay right here and I will see you right here. Because I never leave. I am trapped inside of this camera. I thought I was gonna sneeze.